And how did you? Okay, so Uttaram and
Prithijit.
welcome to the Biophilic Studio at IIT Kharagpur Research Park.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, and you know, in my conversation with you, I realized that you're kind of after engineering, you did your entrepreneurship in Bangalore.
Right.
You're from Calcutta, but
Yes, based out of Bangalore.
but I also hope you could have done this in Calcutta, but maybe that hope is still there.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have plans for that as
And the
well.
IIT Kharagpur Research Park,
Correct.
they're
Yes,
looking
correct.
for people like you to come
Correct.
and set up.
Correct.
They have a whole incubation center here,
Correct.
which is to bring people like you to set up the thing
Right,
here.
right.
So I'm sure that will be a part. So can you tell me a little bit about Alchemyst?
Right.
You're solving the B2B sales.
Right,
problem.
right.
Give me a sense of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So at Alchemist here, we are building the next generation of AI digital employees, which can be able to interact with each other and solve for a lot of complex problems in these B2B enterprise teams. We started with Maya, our first product. So Maya is your AI sales development representative, which does a lot of your automation work, like your hyper intelligent assistant in your teams. She can do a lot of like sales related work. She can find your ideal customer profile, write hyper personalized emails for you, can replies automatically, customer queries, testimonials, product demo videos, and further Maya schedules AI meetings as well.
Right.
Yes. So we are not only stopping with Maya, we have a whole suite of products right now. Our next product Ron will be AI based conversation agent, which can handle phone calls for you as well. So let's take an example. If somebody is answering the call from Vatika, and let's take an example, it is trained with your voice, then people will not understand whether you are speaking or whether the AI agent is speaking. And that's where the success of our product lies.
So this is obviously a huge problem that you're solving.
Right.
So I shared with you about the we want to get organizations,
Correct.
institutions,
Correct.
hospitals, any space
Right.
who have a lot of space to create Vatikas.
Correct. Yes.
So we're looking for a B2B kind of.
Right.
How would Maya help in that use case?
Absolutely. So let's take an example. Let's start from stage one of the funnel. You will start finding your ideal customer profile first. Say, are they based out of India, or you are also targeting international clients? What are the revenue sizes of the companies you are looking for? They are holistically under which industries? What are the job profiles of the people? In some cases, you might be looking for VP of sales. In some cases, might be the CEO or the CMO or the CTO or the head of the engineering. Yeah. Yes. Then based on the targeted searches, we have a curated B2B leads out there, which ranges from around 300 million over worldwide, which gets updated on a bi-weekly process. You have the LinkedIn profile, you have the business email, phone numbers, and a lot of other stuffs. Once we get hold and give you the set of potential leads, then what we will do is we will do leads enrichment for you. The leads enrichment is nothing but getting more information about the person before reaching out to them or getting the first point, getting to that first threshold level of reaching out. There, what happens, we have our own scrapers and algorithms, which actually scrapes a lot of data from your social media profiles, from public databases available, and gets more insight about the person, what are the latest posts he has written, what he's more interested about. Then where we go into the sales campaign. The campaign is where actually we holistically launch the first level of interaction between the client and the agent. There we actually, you have 3-4 methods of, we are a multi sales campaign product. You have Telegram, you have WhatsApp, you have emails right now, you have LinkedIn, and very soon we are going for phone calls as well with the conversational AI agent. So what you usually have is you have the product. The product can outreach and write hyper personalized email and content with targeting to your customers. Now what happens is if you're writing 5,000 or 6,000 emails per day, out of that you will get a particular curated replies as well. Now for the replies, our product also writes automated replies, also sends product testimonials or document sheets or maybe something with respect to video content, audio content, which are totally curated by your organization. Correct. Now, and by this process, what happens is your top of the funnel clients actually start moving into the bottom of the funnel. They start getting more and more insights about your particular profile and what Vatika does. Now what happens is these entire interactions will go on at least for maybe 1 to 2 weeks. Then a customer will be interested to book a meeting with you or a demo call with you to understand the deal, discover, negotiate, and close. That is when Maya sets up an automatic AI-based meetings in your Google Calendar directly. If there is a common meeting time which the client has already proposed, then Maya will set up a meeting at that point of time only. If there is no particular time which is given by the client, then Maya will set up a Calendly link which will schedule to your Calendly link in your Google database, and with that the client will schedule the call for you.
Now, what did you show to get your seed funding? I can't imagine you would have showed them all this.
So I will take this question. So at first, when we actually got out of college, there were two things which we actually showed to the investors. Number one is definitely the vision by which we were building. We wanted to build a sort of an ecosystem of GenAI agents or multi-agent system. With that respect, we also showed them the MVP or the product which we have built. That was definitely a much more crude MVP. Currently, we have a full-fledged product which we have built. But at that point of time, the MVP was prepared, that how we are taking from one workflow to the another. Because if you have, like, let's say B2B sales, you have around 10, 15 tools which come across into all these 6, 7 workflows for you. For CRM, you have some different tools like HubSpot, Zoho.
Yeah.
For lead gen, you have Apollo, Cognism, and all these tools. For lead enrichment, you have Clay, Tuesday, and all these tools. For sales campaign, you have Sales Handy and all these particular tools. Then for different stacks, you have different tools.
Correct.
But there is where the problem starts out, that for an like mid-sized enterprise team, you would definitely not want your data to get distributed across 10, 15 tools in your B2B funnel. That's where we actually made a single stack system, completely AI focused, with minimal features for the client to actually use. But with that minimal features, he can do everything out, which can automate the stuff.
And moreover, we have built our own AI infrastructure. So like we have built our two models, and like unlike other AI wrapper companies out there in the market, so we have built Alchemyst C1 and Alchemyst X1, and that's basically the USP of our
And
yes.
what's the data that you feed into these two models?
Yeah. So out of the two models which we have built the first one, the Alchemist C1 model, with a 5.3 Vision 128K. And we have fine-tuned it across a database of 150K of data tokens. 150K of data tokens is basically the proprietary data set with which we have
Yeah,
fine-tuned.
but that data token needs to be relevant to
The enterprise use case. Yeah, exactly. That is where the patent is basically going into. So we are filing the patents across two models, across the data tokens with which we have fine-tuned the models. Similarly, for the large action model, we have used 128K of data tokens. So these two models are there, and the large language model is specifically for the generation of context, the generation of content like images, audio, text. The large action model is more towards the intent side. The large action model gives Maya the human related aspect of multi-threading. Like what can I say? Let's take, we are going on in WhatsApp or email conversation. It goes into 25, 26 email threads. When Maya will write the 27th email, she will have the context of the 26 emails which were written out there. So that gives a lot of human related inputs to Maya.
Yes.
So my last question to you is, how do these open source models feed into your
Correct.
thing?
Correct. Sure. So there are two parts to this. Number one is that currently what we have built holistically, the two different models, they are fine-tuned models on open source systems. On open source systems, we have the first, for Alchemist C1, we have 5.3 Vision 128K, and for Alchemist X1, we have Gorilla V2 LLM, which is developed by Microsoft AI. But very soon, for our next round, which is a seed round, which we will be raising, we will be building our own small language models like Quen and all these other models which are coming in place. So what will happen is, essentially, when we will have our own SLMs out there, then we will be independent of any models or whatever it's happening out there, like in the internet or in this AI space. With respect to how the entire innovation will happen for us as well. So currently, we have our benchmarking report across all these foundational LLM companies like OpenAI, Gemini, Perplexity, Claude, currently DeepSeek. So we have across 5, 6 parameters like latency, coherence, throughput, context generation, and instruction following. So we have benchmarked it, and we benchmark it across 2, 3 weeks down the line, so that we are also like familiar with all the state of the art LLMs, and we can see that how our models are performing better than them out there.
Yes.
Fabulous. Great. I wish you all the best. And
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
you guys, okay? I mean, you're solving a big problem. How did you hear about Impresario, and how's your experience been?
Right. So, I will be very blatant and honest in this. So we have we were also part of Eureka and IIT Delhi's Beacon this year, and we got to be humbled to be the finalists across all the three colleges: IIT Bombay as well, Delhi as well, and Kharagpur as well. So Kharagpur is always like a home ground for us.
Yes.
Like, I am born in Kharagpur. Just wanted to say, like, my maternal uncle, he was one of the administrative heads of IIT Kharagpur out there. So I used IIT Kharagpur swimming pool in my when I was 2, 3 years, right, at that point of time. But post that, what happened was I shifted to Kolkata. I studied from here. I grew up here, and then I went to Bhopal. From Bhopal directly to Bangalore. So IIT Kharagpur is always like that homely feeling for us. And of course, like we have a lot of friends out here who are like doing a lot of stuff in like we get information about that. And I know that Impresario is a big platform for all these companies and all these startups to build. And we building out of AI from India, we always want to be a part of that forefront of technology, right? And we want to be torch
Torch
bearers.
bearers
So that's where
from
actually
India.
from where we are coming from, and definitely it has been a very good event. And specifically with respect to what you said, also like getting maybe one office out here in the research park would be very also
It's
very
something which we are considering. Yeah.
definitely we would love to have a talk
Yeah,
with you.
and I will kind of coordinate that for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
Thank
would
you.
love to do that.
You must come.
Absolutely. I see
absolutely.
that there's a lot of good space, and
Yeah.
we can do a lot of things out here as well.
If you have Bangalore, we
Yeah.
have base here, and then Kharagpur one.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Same
Best of
here.
luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shopping area?